Hello everyone, welcome back to our stream. It is lovely to see you again with a brand new overlay thanks to the wonderful Jess who has made this for us. Who is not in the
It's
stream,
sparkling.
unfortunately. She's on the Sundays and Monday night streams. But yes, we are continuing our campaign with removing the Mathis curse in original campaign by our wonderful Derek, who you can see in the middle, and he is our wonderful DM. So I will start by doing an
Is
introduction.
anything else wonderful?
Um, There are lots of things, but I'm too kind of like focused on not dying to really list them. But
That's not how you barbarian.
no, but that's how I nick. So
Okay, fair enough.
my name is Kixik Mantra. I am a tiefling
Yeah.
barbarian, and I like to sometimes smash, but I also like to scream. So that is me. I'm gonna pass it off to Kevin.
I'll be playing Bosco, former familiar and union rep for the Celestial Bureau of Familiar Affairs, and
You
all
need a
around good boy.
you need a badge.
I do need a badge. I need a stinking badges.
Get me an iron-on badge that I could just melt with my fur.
Yeah. Let's go to Rozzy and see what she's got to say.
Um, I'm August Ibarra. I am a human wizard who sees dead people. And I don't have a ghost monkey.
Well, no, there's no ghost monkeys available.
Staring at the DM.
Yeah, I saw the eyes. I saw the stare.
As soon as we're done with this current chaos, we can hook you up with a find familiar spell and see what shows up. I know a guy.
Sorry,
He's
my
getting
cat almost
feisty.
fell off the.
That's not good.
She's so crazy.
And tonight I will be playing the role of Derek again. I'm unfortunately the person that gets picked for that role every week. Anyway, no. And last time, it was a couple weeks ago, our friends were all suffering a delusion of being back on the train that led them to this wonderful place in the first place. Uh, uh, they quickly were able to overcome that, and they found themselves uh, in an area that is pretty much like all of the evidence they need to prove that there's no curse, that all the Mathis family were like murdered by somebody, uh, and that like all this whole setup and getting them here was probably not necessary. But hey, now they're underground and they're searching for their lost friend Thaddeus, a warforged monk who seems to have been separated from the rest of the group. At this last point, they found the young man Terry with a necromantic nail in his chest. They first attempted to very slowly decapitate him. No, actually split his skull very slowly because Kixix thought, let's do this slowly. It worked out well, right?
It was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Slice the skull like cheese.
And then when he
You gotta
pulled
do
it
it
out,
very finely, okay?
he popped back up. They pulled the nail out. That's been dropped to the ground, and as they were about to murder the zombie for a second time, well, the door burst open, and there was the auntie woman with a bone wand about to do something, but
She was going to give us the full Yanti.
yeah, yep, and nothing.
Oh my god.
And that's it. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then nothing. That's where we start. So I would love for all of you to roll initiative. It doesn't mean we're necessarily going to have a fight, but let's do that just in case.
10.
12. Looks like she's just furiously writing down notes all of a sudden or something.
10.
Yeah, we're good.
She's having a second fight over there.
This is what I have to deal with.
It's like me and Artie. Oh my god. Except if you sit on the floor cross-legged,
And then this one's growling at her.
well, tell her that she needs to grow up and live in the real world. Like,
I don't know if that's the answer to everything.
So this episode is brought to you by Rozzy's Cats. They
Like
will
every episode, really.
They will be making several guest appearances tonight, and who knows, they may take the fifth seat in this game.
There's usually a
Rossie's
good chance that one of them will end up on her head.
yep.
As long as we can convince them not to play a warlock, we're good.
Rossie's cats.
We'll add a photo to the Insta.
Can it just be
Alright.
the what's it called, the Sherwin-Williams with your cat's head on it?
Yes, if you Google... Well, maybe I shouldn't announce that. Never mind. You don't need to know where I live.
You mean where you work?
Shh.
Oh,
That too.
I live at my store.
Okay, so to give you another little bit of more of a rundown, you're pretty much in a long, kind of not so wide room. The door is at the bottom. There was a door also to your, well, which would be on your right hand side now that you had come through. The door in the bottom is an area you haven't explored yet, and that's where this Yanti came through. Essentially, the only real big feature in this room is the slab where the zombie guy was on. Now he's kind of standing near the edge of the slab, and the nail that August pulled out is on the ground, radiating a very large amount of necromancy or necromantic magic right now. And that is kind of where we find ourselves at.
Question, is the nail sucking life out of the floor?
You're not quite sure. You need to get down there and cast Speak with Floor and see if you can figure this out.
Speak with floor? I love it.
Really?
I don't have that spell. I'm not level 7 yet.
I think it would be Awaken Floor.
Awake.
Oh, you don't want to do that. Then you're gonna get, what is it? The trapper.
Something wrong would happen.
Yes. Okay.
Imagine if the floor started talking. Horrifying.
So as you're all standing there, she steps forward and she has her bone wand and she points it at you, and there is an activation, and all that you see like come out of this is a puff of smoke, a couple of sparks, and then you see 5 little balls of glowing light just dancing in place, and her immediate look goes from the satisfaction of getting the jump on you guys to frustration that this bone wand that she just had didn't do what she wanted to do and just put out some dancing lights in front of her.
Ha. 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 Fail.
Kixik,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
I don't know. Hold on. I do know. Give me 1 second, because I have... No, I don't want spells. I don't want to cast a minor illusion on her. Let's see. I want to say... Well, first, I want to say... Why are you attacking us? What's going on? Who are you?
don't. And she only says you don't, and then there's no more words. She's kind of looking at you. You specifically, Kick6, and seeming a little perplexed about, like, some of the words you said. It's like she doesn't quite understand what you're saying.
Did she accidentally cast a different language spell on me or something?
No,
Or am I just still speaking in a different tongue that I don't realize I am?
no, the August and Bosco, there was a kind of a sensation, a weird sensation when she flicked that wand. It kind of felt like a static charge going like down your, like, from your spine up to the like base of your neck. Bosco, you've felt that kind of thing before, like in a wild magic situation.
Oh dear.
And it seems that whatever she did, it didn't have the results that she wanted it to have, and she may have very well done something to herself.
Wild magic.
So is that all you wanted to do, Kixig? Just
So I don't
when
really.
she doesn't respond to you?
I don't notice anything about, like, does she seem like really lost, or like what's going on all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's very confused all of us. But
I want to try and approach her, but non-threateningly, but like casually.
Do you have charm person?
No, but I have muscles.
okay, so you
He
walk.
flexes his pecs.
Hey, like walking up with the pecs like tightening.
So you walk up to her and she, like, as you walk up to her, you see that strangely now it looks like the soles of her boots have kind of melded into the floor.
Oh shit! Your Louboutins are stuck to the floor.
And as you move closer, you guys can all watch this. There's line of like petrification that is like starting at her boots and moving up her body slowly.
Do you need
But
assistance?
It's fast enough that you can. It's fast enough that you can see it, but it's slow enough that it's not going to occur all within the next few moments.
Ma'am, do you need help?
And she tries to talk and ends up spitting up basically just chunks of sand in your face.
Oh. That's unpleasant.
Gross. I think she needs the Heelys because she needs to stop feeling the feelies. And I'm gonna like turn. I don't see she really. I know she's hurt us, but I'm like what do we do?
I don't know, like
She technically didn't
sprinkle
throw
her
a
with
punch.
holy water.
Bosco, it's technically you're up now.
Peppers,
Peppers?
Well,
peppers, like puppy.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual vegetable peppers. I was like,
okay, so she's petrifying.
Yeah, she's petrifying. It looks like it might actually be happening faster internally than it's showing externally.
Chalkboard will appear above my head. Do you have emergency contact information?
And when you say that, her eyes, snake eyes, just like the area around it widens, and then the pupils just like, narrow, like to their just this one little black slit now, and you get a sense that she wants to say something, but then you just get a mouthful of sand that just like comes out and mostly covers kicks. You don't get hit by it.
I can just imagine standing there, just sand's like pelting me, like.
Yep, you're just getting. Every time she tries to speak, you just get a face full of sand.
If I find anyone capable of helping you, I will alert them to your unfortunate situation. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a combination like petrification and paralysis, and but not quite paralysis because she can move like her mouth, but the only thing that ever just keeps coming out is this sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing I can do to help her. So.
Press 2 to talk with us. Oh my god.
Comprehend language? Maybe we'll speak sand.
I speak Sahara.
I don't think he's going to have working vocal cords for very long.
Yep. So, August, is there something you would like to do?
Walk out of the room.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Rip in peace, I guess.
Which door, though? There's two. There's a door that would be to on your right-hand side, which is the door you came through, and a southern door that you have not explored yet.
Let's go to that one.
So you open that door, just walking by this slowly petrifying snake woman.
I give her a nod.
and you see that this leads down to a long hallway, and about it's quite a distance, maybe even 100 feet down. You can kind of see because of the lighting, it's clear enough, but you can see a door at the far end, and there is a door about 50 feet, which would be on your right hand side when you come in. That door.
We lost Rosie? And Nick's muted.
Did we lose?
No, we're good. Sorry, I said, hi, welcome to my forehead, because my box just had my forehead.
Okay, sorry. So it's a long hallway. There's a door at the end. There is another door kind of that would be on your right-hand side, or at least a little alcove that would lead to a door. The door at the far end looks metal. Like, all of it's metal except the handle, which is some sort of cut jewel that kind of reflects the fire of the torches that are around. You're not quite sure from this distance what kind of jewel it is, but that's what you see from where you're standing right now. It's warmer in here than it was in the other passages, but you've had this trending of it getting warmer the closer you got in certain directions.
So there's a heat source down here somewhere. I'm following August at this point.
And as you walk out, the zombie walks out the door past the woman and starts following August as well.
Oh, cool. We have a guest. So is he just now part of the party, or what's going on?
You haven't tried to cut off his head again, so...
Yeah, I don't want to ruin my KitchenAid pizza cutter.
That's Cuisinart.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Cuisinart, much better. Don't sue me, KitchenAid.
No, yeah. But also...
If Wendy's can sponsor.
Oh my god, please. Please, Wendy's sponsor, please.
So what I can gather at the end, though, is you guys left the nail on the ground, right?
We don't
Well,
need
I
that.
had tried to touch it earlier, and didn't it try to, suck our life out or something?
Yeah.
Should we put it back in the zombie for now? Use him as a pincushion?
We might actually want to do that.
Okay, I mean, hey, we'll if he's following us, then let's just do it then.
Yeah, I mean, that's, a little creepy.
Necromancy is your thing. I'll defer to your expertise.
I don't...
Great.
Oh, wait, I was gonna say, that's not me. Haha, I just have illusions.
Yes, you're a spellcaster too.
So who's grabbing the?
Sure you
Who's
are.
What do you
grabbing?
mean? Don't be fucking rude.
Hey.
Can,
So
can
who's
it be
grabbing it now?
mage-handed? Can it be
Yes,
mage-handed instead?
yes, it can. It doesn't require it's under the required weight limit. So yes, you can mage hand it up.
Okay. How well will that work? Trying to like shoot it at him with force. I'm not exactly Matilda, am I?
No, yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that. You'd be able to lift it up and carry it with the mage hand for some distance, but you'd actually have to put your hands on it to put it back in.
God, throwback. Oh my god, Rousey.
Because
The carrot.
the mage hand's not strong enough to actually propel that.
All right. How much? Whatever. I guess I'll just try to stab him in the hole that was already there.
Yeah. So when you grab it, you're fully prepared to have this thing start to drain your life, but you just kind of like really quickly just shove it right back into the hole, and you feel that energy, that break off of that energy, and what you do see as it goes in is you just see the flesh kind of close around it, and he just keeps walking behind you.
Ranch.
Specifically, he seems to be following August at this moment.
Wait,
no
he's still moving?
The zombie?
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Yep.
the fuck?
He's no substitute for Thaddeus. We should find him.
Yeah. So there is, like I said, there is a door to your right, about 20 feet down, and there is a door at the very end of this hall, and that's all you see in this area. And as looking back, as the door shuts, you can see that the petrification has kind of risen to about hip level on this woman now.
Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, she's kind of an asshole, right? We don't like her much.
She's kind of an asshole for like what? Freezing us twice.
She did. She is the one that you saw helping the mind flayer earlier, and also, she's apparently the one that delivered the book to the baker.
Can she be looted?
You could probably turn around and see if you can loot her. Yeah.
See if she has any goodies while she's
Picking through her pockets. Excuse me. One second.
I'll try to use Mage Hand
Yeah.
in case it's catching.
Sorry, I know you're dying, but sorry.
You're not quite dead, but
Really, unfortunately, the only things that you can get off of her at this point that are not touched by this petrification is the bone wand that is in her hand, and she does have like a necklace on. It's like a platinum chain, and down at the where it comes to is a square cut black gem.
I'll take it.
Oh my god, can you boop her on the nose after you get it off of her?
No, it might be catching.
Just be like, boop, and then like just have her like get really upset, but like she's still dying.
From a complete like wizard perspective, could I like take samples of her that might be useful in further magic rituals, like hair or flesh?
Yes, if you really
An
want
eyeball
to.
or two. No.
Yes, if you really want to, you can start cutting up this slowly petrifying woman for your own science.
Oh god, okay, go for that.
I have no
Well,
problem.
I don't really want to hurt her, but I mean, she's already fucked, man.
She doesn't have any actual hair though. She's wearing a wig.
I'll take a scale or two.
Okay. So
I saw
you
Wiggins.
got it. Write it down as Yanti scales.
Collected live.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The bone wand and the black stone necklace.
Sorry, not sorry.
I actually know how to do this, so let me write this down. So black stone necklace,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And a
Blackstone necklace.
Yanti.
Yep.
One of D&D Beyond's limitations is adding inventory items that are not already on its list. I usually just use the notes feature.
Yep. You can do it, but it does require a lot of going through little submenus and changing stuff. So yeah. But the bone wand.
Oh, we can get that too?
Yeah, you can pry it out of her hand.
Dope.
You have the bone wand, the blackstone necklace, and some Yanti scales.
Be careful with that wand. It may be what caused her current condition.
Yeah, no, we'll arcana this stuff when it's safe. And figure out what's what. Cool.
So, and the whole time you're harvesting parts from her, so to speak, you can see that line of petrification just raising up, and like it's almost at this point that she's just given up on being helped. So she just stares at you with like unmoving eyes while you harvest her scales and take her stuff.
I'm just gonna like gently be like, listen, you should have made better life choices.
Let it happen.
You know, maybe if you had made better life choices, in the next life, maybe this won't happen.
Yeah, maybe if you weren't like you, then this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, all your shit is going to a good cause, our cause. So I appreciate you. I bid thee good day.
Okay. So, south or basically would be the door on the west.
West.
Is south where we came from though, or
No.
west where we came from?
No. The door, like you've come down the southern door, so now you're in this little hallway that does have a door on the, which would be on your right side in the direction you're coming, and a door on the south. Those are the two doors, and this is just that hallway. There was a door on the western side of the room, in the room you were just in with the Yanti, but that is where you came from.
And Terry's still bumbling along with us?
Yep. He's following directly behind you, almost as if, like, you're mama duck and he's a baby duck.
Okay. Can I see if he does something if I ask him to? Like, can you go open yonder door there, honey?
You point to the door and you say, "Can you go open it?" And he walks over, just shambles over, like calmly, grabs the handle, and like pushes. Oh no, he pulls first, and it won't open.
Try pushing, dear.
Yeah, you tell him to push, and then the door opens.
Good job!
Yay! I'm so proud of you!
You're doing so well!
Gold star.
As you have him push open that door, there's well, you can't. None of you can see it because you're not right. Or are you going to be right behind him when he opens this door, or
maybe not directly? I'll let him like take the first blow if something happens. Can you be my familiar?
Can you? Oh my god!
So when you open
I love him.
I don't think it's on the approved list.
When you open that door, there's a burst of even hotter air than you had before, and it kind of comes in. It kind of.
Oh, it stinks like hot zombies.
Yeah, regulate the air. Absolutely. To kind of, it's warmer for a moment, but then it kind of temperature kind of evens out for a little bit. But it's definitely going to be hotter in that area. But you can't really see much of the room as Terry is in the way.
Terry, would you mind
get your
shambling
fucking
over
head out
to
of the way?
left?
So, you tell him to shamble over to the left, and he kind of moves off to the left, and what you can see in this room is there are the biggest thing you can see in this room is that all across these walls are drawings of snakes and snake people, but like in the center of this, and almost kind of like in a worship of this, is a is the head of that purple man you saw before, the mind flayer. There's like a head of the mind flayer. It's kind of floating in midair, and the snakes are all around it, kind of in this worshiping kind of pose, directed towards this head.
The snakes are real,
No, it's all just designs on the wall.
but the head is real.
No, it's all just carvings on the wall.
Okay.
They're all carving.
I was picturing like, a little circle and like fucking crazy people and a floating head. I was about to have Terry punch it.
No.
There are fucking snakes everywhere.
No.
Can you
But
yeet
there are-
that into oblivion, Terry?
So, but and all these, on the walls, it's just this constant stream of, there's like snakes on the ground and Yanti people everywhere, and they're all they look like they're all flocking towards this central mind flare head that is like also a sculpture on the far west wall. There is a door on the southwest corner. There's this stuff, and you also, as you've moved in to take a look, see that there is a small pool, a small fountain that is currently dry, and this fountain is shaped like a snake. Leading up, the snake's mouth is open wide. That would be like the bowl for the fountain, but there's nothing in this fountain.
They've got a
Terry
pretty
to drink
solid
it.
decorating.
Who is their
Terry,
interior
could you drink
designer?
this?
The fountain's empty, right?
Yeah,
Not even water?
No, there. As far as you can tell, there's nothing in it right now. I mean, there's a little dust. As in, everything in here has a little bit of dust on it.
Yum yum.
Not.
Terry, could you put your hand in it?
So, wait, you tell him to put his hand where?
In the fountain on the ground of it?
Okay. So, yeah. So you tell him to put it like in the bowl of the fountain.
That can't be sanitary if that's used for drinking.
So he puts his hand in there,
He's not that dead.
and nothing happens.
Is there like a button? Okay.
If there was a button, you figure Terry's not
Smart
with
enough.
it enough to search for a button. He's going to do pretty much what you tell him to do. So you told him to put his hand in the fountain. He's put his hand in the fountain.
Okay. Eddie, soldier. I guess I will investigate and see if there's a button. With not touching, just looking.
No, there. Well, give me an investigation check.
Let's say, what about a lever?
What about a pair of Levi's?
This is not well. Let's see. 11.
You find there's a small metallic notch just between, like, the snake's head is the snake's head is like forming the bowl of this fountain, and the eyes are therefore like kind of underneath the edge of that fountain. There's a small metallic latch between the two eyes.
Maintained it?
Okay. You attempt to mage hand the latch, and it does not move. From where you can see it, it looks like it might be stuck.
You're really strong there, Kix. Why don't you give this a whirl? I can't seem to manage it on my own. I need a strong man to do it for me. You're muted, I think.
God damn it. Okay, well, you need my big, strong muscles to get this open for you.
Yeah, I can't do it by myself.
Okay, what do you need me to do?
I don't know, pull this latch because it's not getting
Fucking,
my
I don't
blood if
know.
there's some sort of sacrifice. No, thank you.
What do you want me to do? Fucking, I don't know. Okay, sure.
Pull the switch, man. I point to where the switch is using mage hand because I'm not giving them my blood. It's like that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like blood sacrifice. We got you.
Can I see the switch? Does it look sharp?
Yeah, not overly so. You're pretty certain you could grasp on it pretty easily without damaging your hand or anything.
You know,
Firmly
you got
grasp
muscles.
Okay.
I'm gonna grasp it.
Okay. And you pull it.
Yeah.
And you hear a sound. That there is a there's a sound like coming from the center of this fountain, like below. But it sounds like an empty pipe rattling. And then there's a puff of green gas that comes from the top of this fountain and right into your face kicks it.
I love when that happens.
Yeah.
Me too. When it's not me.
Could you give me a con save?
I don't want to, but okay, I'll do it.
Thank you for being so strong.
That's a 15.
Yep. So you get this puff of this. You get the puff of this dust or gas or whatever it is in your face, and you step back, cough, 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 and your eyes burn, and you kind of get a little bit of like snot from your nose and stuff, but you don't feel anything more than that. It's just a lot of irritants right in your face.
Oh dear, spores.
Oh.
Need a Kleenex?
Oh God, burnt Parmesan. No, I'm just gonna.
Does it smell worse than hot zombie?
No, it actually has no scent to it.
Huh.
The room does smell like slightly baking zombie.
It smelled like Fabuloso. It was terrible. No, I'm gonna kind of like wipe my eyes, be like, next time you ask me to pull a lever, I'm not fucking doing it. You could pull your own goddamn levers.
But you were like so strong.
Yep. And
you did that all by yourself.
It
I'll
takes a
flex and be
moment
like, "Thanks."
or two more, and you start to see brownish liquid start to fill up from the bottom of this fountain, and it's like
you.
like muddy water,
Ooh, or something.
and it gets about like 2 inches of water in this fountain, and then you start to see something small and black kind of wriggle through the water.
That's fucking nasty.
Oh God, it's like
Picnic.
Slither. Oh God, flashbacks to Slither.
The chunks appear to be alive.
There is something living moving through this water now.
Oi there.
Well, turn the lever back.
No,
No.
like maybe we need to talk to it.
I'm not talking to some like alien creature that could cause a fucking apocalypse in
About to
a
be
small.
Slither up in here.
Oh
In my
fuck no.
experience, ooze slugs do not have anything worth listening to.
Yeah, don't they don't have a mouth, they live for a week if they don't find a host? Is that how it goes?
That's rampant speculation, but possible.
Not sure what it is, so
I'm gonna minor
Nobody's
illusion it
actually-
away.
Nature or Arcana or whatever the fuck.
well,
Can we fish it out with Mage Hand?
No, don't do that. It might get loose.
actually, you could fish it out with Mage Hand, so yeah.
I'll let Puppers do that.
Yes. So, you have Mage Hand?
Yes.
Okay. So you cast your Mage Hand and
Mage
and
paw.
you with a thumb though, right? A paw with a thumb for extra duty. So
What would my Mage Hand look? I'll have to think about that.
Make
Yep.
it look like a... Oh, hold on.
Maybe like one of those like claws from the game.
Oh yeah, like a claw machine.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So you cast this thing and you come down. Your little claw machine claw comes down. You can change this. You can change this at another time, but that's what it is for right now. Comes down, reaches it, and it pulls up. It looks like a tadpole, like a frog tadpole.
Dare you to eat it, Kix?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No. No, I'm just like,
It's
I'm freaking out because I don't want that mage hand to fucking drop it. Like,
It's It is a bit bigger than most tadpoles that you have seen, and it does have a
Face.
kind of purplish
It's like a
tinge,
manticore.
kind of like a purplish tinge to it, but
Oh.
it's also still covered in that mucky water, so like there's bits of debris on it and other stuff, and when you get closer and looking at some of that debris, some of that looks like just like rotten material of some sort. It's like an animal. It's not like plant material, but it's something.
So you're saying if I collected this in a jar and dumped it on that gremlin who yelled, I might be forgiven?
He was a goblin, but yeah, I don't think he would be.
Um,
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what this slug thing is?
Yeah, actually, you're fairly certain that it is. It's definitely a mind flare kind of
Maybe?
tadpole. Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a baby.
Mind flayers don't have mommy and daddy parts. They they put tadpoles in people's brains and turn them into mind flayers.
oh.
Dude, I'm collecting several of these.
No, they are extremely dangerous.
No.
So you see Bosco's like chalkboard is up there,
Like, no.
big glowing pulsing letters. No.
Don't.
No.
Just like underlined, don't.
We could raise our own army of mind flares.
In fact, I'm going to firebolt it while I'm holding it.
Okay, yeah. So you firebolt it. Your little mage hand's up there, claw holding it. You see it, you identify it, and then you're like, no, this can't go. Firebolt bursts into flames. It pops. There's nothing left. You do see there are several more of them, kind of just swimming around this pool. Wherever or this fountain, where they've come obviously from somewhere else. It's been pushed. The liquid has been pushed into this.
Why?
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry, that's too good. Oh my god.
Yeah. The answer is
The fountain creamed them out.
no. The answer is they come from an elder brain. They don't
Oh.
even come from mind flayers themselves.
yeah, there's nothing good about them.
Oh my
Um,
god.
So
That's gross.
I know a little something about these things. They're how mind flayers spread, and if there's a hive here, we're in serious danger.
Then we need to burn the hive. We need to burn it like wasps. Or I guess not.
Well, we burning it would be good.
Oh
But
wait,
I'm
is
not
it mostly
sure if-
water though?
Well, there is a brain pool if it's a full colony hive.
Well, let's
Um,
just dump some oil in there and let it torch it. Or
This
we'll...
may
What?
this may be above our pay grade.
Um, I mean, but we were sent on a mission to fucking, I guess, be the heroes. So, what do you want to do? Like,
Live. I want to
Literally
live.
nothing mentioned this shit.
okay, but do we report it? Sorry, excuse me.
Yes.
To who, Judd? Or whatever his name is? Lego?
Judd?
I mean,
I don't know where
Judd?
oh, well, if we can find a way out, that may be an option. But we're in serious danger right now.
I
How
don't
do
know
we
if you
leave?
see this giant pizza
I
cutter,
don't
but
know.
we're in good shape.
We go up? I don't know.
What if,
Well, let's try to find the exit at this point.
what if we just go down? Like, what if it ends up being like,
Can we just magically be level like 10 with a teleportation?
oh my god,
No.
here we go. Like,
Dimension
this
door
is gonna
spell.
happen.
So there is a okay.
Well, not just that. Thaddeus is down here, and I don't know if he can be implanted.
Yeah. Speaking of that, coming into this room, you're kind of losing the scent of Thaddeus.
Yeah, well, it's hard to smell anything over hot zombie.
Hot,
Alright, guys,
sexy.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to do a minor, like, fresh linen type of scent in the air. And I'm just going to keep it up.
Stuff them with dryer sheets.
Okay. So yeah. So you're gonna Febreze the room. I got it.
Oh,
So
God.
you can do that, and it just you have fresh linen scent in that area. Just the 2 or 3 other tadpoles that seem to be swimming around in here. They're just swimming in this mucky water.
So burn them, I guess.
That would be safe.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna destroy them. So you do that, and now you just have a fountain of this murky, this mucky water. There is a door to the southwest, and then there is the door that was in the other hallway that led south. Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, Bosco,
Doesn't
you smell our other dude, right? Like,
Yeah,
maybe we
can
should
I-
follow you.
Can I catch Thaddeus' scent?
Yep, you can go for it.
We determined that was going to be a perception roll.
Yes.
Okay. 14?
Yeah, like I said, it's getting weaker in this direction. It was stronger out and in the door to the south.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
in that way.
There was a door in the hallway, right?
The door in the hallway to the south. Yeah.
Yeah, let's try there.
Okay. So you start to move, and then Terry falls up behind August, and you make your way to the south door. And as you're going, you do get it's a stronger scent of him down this way.
Oh no. They've used them for parts.
Oh, God.
And as you this door, like I says, is kind of a metallic door, and that you can see that the handle on this door it's a cut diamond. It looks like the whole handle is a cut diamond.
Damn, that's bougie.
Shine bright.
Kicksik, I believe you're our official door opener.
Or I could use Terry.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, if he can't get the door open, I guess I'll kind of like pull it, but with me behind it. Because I'm sick of this bullshit.
So as you open that door, you're immediately. This looks. This room looks a little bit like one of the former rooms that you saw before. Only there are 3 tubes, 3 glass tubes, one on each corner of the room, except for the corner that you are entering. And these tubes are filled with this fluid, and floating in these tubes are. They look like town they look like humans, like town folk. They're just kind of floating there in the tubes. There's in the center of this room, there's looks like a kind of apparatus of some sort that seems to probably control the tubes. There is also another door, only about 10 feet away from where you're at in the north, and there's a door on the far east wall.
Do they appear to be alive?
They just appear to be floating there. You can't really, like, from a distance, you can't really tell if they're alive or not. They don't seem to be reacting or anything. They're just floating.
Is there any way to open the tubes?
I
mean,
not
breaking
on
them,
the tubes. Yeah, you could break them, or there is a machine in the middle of this room that looks like if you could reason out what things do, one of those would probably let you open the tube.
Do we want to play with the arcade machine?
And I'll jump up on something so I can read the panel.
There. The first thing you notice that all of these basically letters and markings on this are in a language that kind of just even looking at the letters makes you a little queasy. You identify it as something from out, something from the far realm. But the good news is there are only 3 buttons. There is a black button, a red button, and a green button. But there's 3 of these stations that look identical. They have these weird symbols on them. They have a black, a green, and a red button.
I'm going to start with the green button.
Okay, so of the 3 tubes, or of the 3 stations, sorry, they're kind of in a row. There's one on the left, one in the middle, one on the right. Which green button are you pressing first?
The one on the right.
Okay, so you go over to the right thing, you press the green button, and the tube that is on, well, from where you're at is in the northeast portion of this room. There starts to be like a glow from inside. It's almost like a lighting up of something inside this, and this murky water and this being floating there, and you see what looks like the innkeeper's daughter just kind of floating in this tube. And now you get a better look at her. The whole looking around the side of this thing, you can't really like move it at this point, but looking, you see it has that white fungus kind of growing on the back of it.
So wait, on the back of the innkeeper's daughter, or the
Yes.
thing?
No, on the back of the daughter that's floating in the tube. And the
Ew.
green, all the green seems to do is light up that tube, so you can get a good image of it.
Then I will. Let's press the green button on the other 2 to light them up so we can see what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
there.
So you light them up, and actually this room is filled with basically the cast from the inn, the father, the mother, and the daughter, one in each tube.
What
And
the
Okay,
fuck?
so
And all covered, like the back side of these floating bodies are covered with that fungus.
pod person theory confirmed. What does the black button do?
Which one are you pressing it on?
The father.
Okay, so you press the black button, and then you start to hear like a whirring of things, and you see that from the top of the tube and the bottom of the tube, blades pop out.
Unpress the button. Unpress the button.
It looks like there's no unpressing this button once it's pressed.
Panic
Bosco,
hit the
you
red button.
fool!
What happens now?
Panic hit the red button.
You panic, hit the red button. Okay, so you hit the red button and it stops. The blades just are there, and they slowly retract, and the tube just, nothing else seems to happen at that moment.
Whew, oh my god.
Can you violence them out?
Does this glass look like something like one of my things, like an axe can break it?
Yeah,
Like
you could break
glass?
it. It's gonna take a
Oh,
little.
shit, Kevin.
It is reinforced. It's gonna take that a little bit of time, and also while you're investigating all these buttons, there are a couple of other switches above the buttons that look to be a little hidden at first, but there are 3 switches above those buttons. They're just about 2 inches above each panel and kind of blending in with the whole motif of this machine.
The motif of this machine is a blender. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if those are speed settings or what at this, but I'm not inclined to continue
Speed
pressing. I don't want to puree the innkeeper.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No. So, yeah, you could go for it. I need a strength athletics check.
A strength athletics check. Okay.
Against well, which tube are you doing first? I just need to know.
Let's see. Which one, guys? Should I go for Innkeeper's Daughter, Innkeeper, or Woman? Right? Innkeeper Woman?
Yeah, the innkeeper's wife. Yeah, or the
Try the innkeeper first.
Okay, I'll go for the Innkeeper first. And you said that was Strength Athletics?
yes.
Alrighty, let's see. Oh, fuck. Where did that go? Okay, let's try that again. That's gonna be a 12. Nope, sorry. No, that's a 12. Never mind.
Okay, so you take your blade and you just slam it really hard, and you see just a tiny bit of a crack start to appear, kind of like on the outside of this tube, but it just was not. It was not enough. It's just not enough to break through.
Maybe I need to try another tube.
You could probably do it, but you probably do it, but it'd probably take a little more time and more strikes.
Let me see. Can I test, or can I try it on another tube to see if the glass is maybe weaker on, like, the daughter's tube?
Sure, go for that.
Okay, let me try it on the daughter's tube and see if that works. That's a 23.
So this time, you're not sure if it's the place you hit or if it was indeed weaker or what, but you strike that and the whole, like, it just sends cracks all across the face of this tube. They just spread out, and you hear the cracks, and then you start to see this fluid dripping out, like from these cracks, and then the whole center part, the place where you just struck it, gives way, and you get this face full of this fluid that just shoots right out.
God damn it! First it's sand, then it's gas, now it's water.
Soon you'll be hit with heart, and then you can do your own Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. Earth, water.
You know what? I need you to because you weren't quite prepared for all of that fluid to shoot out so quickly. You get covered with this stuff for a moment, and I need you to make a con save.
God damn it. These fucking saves. Hate them.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what you get for doing stuff.
Yeah, I guess. That's a 10.
Yeah, You take like 3 points of damage as you get a mouthful of this. It's very acidic fluid,
Cool, I'm at
and
half
you're
my
able to
life.
cough. You're able to cough up the rest of it, but it even on your skin, it kind of burns a bit. It's like a minor irritant on your skin, but not so much if it gets in your mouth.
Cool, I love,
That's so
like,
gross.
I love drinking chlorine.
You're so gross.
And
Shut up.
as you do this, the body just starts shaking, and it's almost like it's trying to like brush off like an inability to move for a while. There's this whole like when you get a wet dog thing, it kind of starts to shake, and you see bits of the fungus on its back start to come off, and there's like spores and more of this fluid flying everywhere, and this thing just kind of pokes its head out and is now staring at you. The worst thing about this face that you're now seeing, it's covered in this fluid and everything, is the fact that its eyes are whited completely over, and
Ew.
its teeth, as it tries to talk and as it tries to move its mouth, you can see its teeth are like almost rubbery.
Ew, so its teeth are flaccid. Ew.
Gross.
Well, that's not as intended.
That's disgusting. Um, yeah, that's
Can
my...
we leave now?
It,
I
it's,
don't want to roll initiative.
it's trying to say something to you,
So
Can I take your order?
but it can't. It seems to be trying to say something, but you just can't hear it. It's a very soft whisper.
don't get closer.
Does anyone have something to enhance her voice?
No.
Wow. I'm gonna take one step back because I don't have the health to deal with this.
Okay, so you take a step back, and you see her now, like, trying to push through this jagged glass tube, and it's taking bits of her as she goes. And as the skin is pulled away, you're seeing underneath it, it's like fungus. It's plant growth underneath the skin.
This just keeps getting worse.
Disgusting.
She is trying to pull herself out to head towards you.
Like in a hungry, attack you eat me sort of way?
Or is it more like a I'm terrified, please help me kind of way?
It seems a lot like this thing doesn't know what's going on, and it seems to be only smelling Kixik, and it seems to be moving towards that scent that it smells.
Oh god, is it because I'm covered in the liquid?
You think it's maybe because of how close you are, more than anything.
I'm just gonna keep like casually walking backwards, like not even gonna go into a run, but I'm just gonna keep walking like back and around.
Once you get a certain distance, yep. Once you get a certain distance, this thing stops going towards you, but it's still struggling to get out of this tube. The hole's still not big enough for it to get fully out, so it is kind of shredding itself as it goes.
So wait, it's no longer the innkeeper's daughter, it's literally just...
Looks like a giant plant creature. Oh, looks like we lost Rozzy.
Rozzy, oh no.
But it's a giant, yeah.
It's a... the
Yeah, it's a
concentration.
giant...
It's a giant plant. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I don't know how to deal with this. This is creepy.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I dropped for some reason.
No, it's okay. Welcome back. Yeah. So this plant thing is trying to pull itself apart to get out.
Let's put a piece of duct tape over the hole and just leave it.
I don't think you
I'm-
have enough duct tape to do that. So
Shit, man.
Oh my god.
I literally don't even know, man. Can we set it on fire?
I'm gonna minor
Also-
illusion it away so I don't have to see it for a few
okay.
seconds.
you throw up a minor illusion and you make this plant thing look like, something that is appealing to you for a moment or two.
Just a cactus that doesn't move for a second.
You can't make it look like a cinnamon bun just because you don't want to see it anymore. Like, Jesus.
So it's sitting there, and there is a door. Like I said, there is a door to the north that's like 10 feet away from the door you just entered, and there is a door on the west, and this thing is still trying to pull itself clear of the tube.
So these things technically aren't people. These are literally just things that are being made, it looks
I
like.
Like,
think it should be put down.
Like a fungal colony.
Yeah.
Let's eat it. No, let's not do that. Let's, I'll
You guys
minor
keep
illusion
saying
it.
we can't use prestidigitation for everything, but
I mean, what I'll do is I'll just minor illusion it so it's not there and we can just leave the room and not come back.
Okay.
I would like to make sure we burn it.
that's what I said. But
Oh,
like,
yeah. So
I don't
you
have the
cast
spells, so...
so you
I'm not
cast
wasting my spell
your
slot.
firebolt, and it is pretty quickly consumed by flames. Even though it's kind of like moist or whatever, it seems very
Ooh,
flammable,
could we not?
and it just burns up pretty quickly, and you're just left with a burnt husk that's halfway through this hole in this tube.
Hot zombie stink is fine, but the word moist is your line.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I can't
So,
moisture.
So yeah, it's very wet, but now burnt slab of vegetation.
Hell yeah. Put
So,
that on
yeah.
your pizza and eat it.
No.
Okay.
Not a line. What?
What do you mean? That's not a line.
No, so okay. At this point, you've now opened you forced open one tube, and it ended up not being a great thing. You do know that the black button seems to terminate
Yeah.
what's ever in the tube.
Let's
go with
just hit the
blender
black
buttons
button
now.
again.
Yeah.
Which one?
Now we'll go with a blender button. Now that
Okay,
I know
yeah,
they're
so-
not actually people.
So you go over it and you press the button on the farmers thing or the innkeepers thing, sorry, and the blades come down, and pretty much all it does is blades down, blades at the top. They come up, they meet about where he is, and then they spin, and you get this whole thing. The water becomes like a murky green and black, and then the blades come back up. And you can just see the chunks of this fungus material like attached to the blades, but that's pretty much now you just have a tube of swirling fungal bits.
Yeah, it's a mushroom shake now.
Yep.
God, I
All
love
I've
when this
learned so
happens.
far is
Like,
how to make a margarita.
welcome to Margaritaville. The vegan Margaritaville.
Yeah. So now that you've done that and he's gone, are you also going to do that?
Margaritas.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Are you going to actually do that to the last remaining one as well?
Yeah.
Blend
yeah,
everyone.
They need to
Bye.
be destroyed.
So you do that. You turn on the things. The same thing happens. The body is turned to just the whole tube is turned to a muck.
Only it's
Uh,
blood. Joke's on you.
A Slurpee.
Yeah. No. And there, like I said, there is a door to your north, and there's a door to your west, and there are still those switches that are kind of hidden up a little bit next to the 3 buttons on
Pick.
each one.
I already know too much about these things.
Let's just leave, guys.
Yeah, we need to find Thaddeus, and we need to find Thaddeus.
Honestly, I
guess.
just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
We haven't
Right.
slept in
Just-
like 48 hours.
Yeah.
I could use a long rest as well.
Well,
I'm
that's not true because you guys woke up from sleeping.
Oh
But
yeah,
we were
but
knocked
I
out.
didn't
That's
heal
not
at
restful
all.
sleep.
No.
Are you saying I have small slots available?
You were drugged. No. So yeah, the door up or the door basically on the east.
Should we
Door
just
up?
keep going? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what's your scent say?
Yeah. Am I still tracking?
Yeah, you can see it's stronger to the door of the east. There is a scent to the door to the north, but it's not as strong.
All right, then east it is.
So as you go into this east room, you basically find shelves and shelves of parts. There are blades that look exactly like the blades that are in those tubes. There are various metal couplings and nuts and bolts and all kinds of other things. It looks like just everything that you would need to put one of these together or repair a broken one is there, except for the glass. And that's all that's in. Well, there is another door to the south in this room, but there's just parts to build these tubes in here.
Let's keep going. Door to the south.
Yeah, and as you open the door to the south, it says straight away kind of path that goes about 60 feet before it leads to another door. And this door is definitely, it's an all iron door. All of it is iron. It looks kind of reinforced. It looks like it'd be hell to kind of try to break this down.
Can it be
Can we
opened
just
without
try
violence?
it?
It has a handle. You could try it. Yeah.
Terry?
Terry.
So, Terry shambles up to you, looks at you.
Can you open the door, please?
He looks at the door, walks over to the
Knuckles.
door, grabs the handle, opens the door, and the first thing you can smell an increase in like that fungal vegetation smell is very strong coming from this room below.
Terry, can you close the door, please?
And then Terry shuts the door.
Yes. Love it.
Sounds like,
Don't we still need to go out there, though, guys?
What was
I'll have
down
to
there?
Ripley
Was that
this
like
shit.
a mushroom basement or?
It was a little hard to see. What you could see over it looked like there was a lot more fungus on the walls in here.
Terry,
And
can you
that's
open the
kind of
door
where
again?
the smell. So Terry opens the door again, and you
There
do
you go.
see that there are patches of various fungus. They're not the white mushrooms, at least on this wall. It looks like various molds and such. But there are around this ground. There's a lot of white. There is a lot of the white mushrooms, but there's also this room has a large pool in the center of it. What probably contained a lot of fluid now is partially overgrown by these mushrooms, but you can see that there was a large mound of some material in the center of this pool that is now like overrun by these white mushrooms. And there is a single solitary door leading to the south, and that door, this looks like a standard kind of just wooden and metal door. The thing that you notice the most though is on the edge of this pool there appears to be like pipes that lead into the ground that possibly lead elsewhere.
So possibly to the fountain?
Yeah, absolutely to the fountain, you would imagine. And as you get closer, you can see that this mushroom encrusted thing was once like a large brain.
Oh, that's not good.
And around this large mushroom encrusted brain, there are still, I wouldn't say a lot, but you see maybe a dozen of those like tadpoles that you saw earlier kind of just swimming in the last remnants of this pool that is pretty low, and it looks like it's getting lower as you speak.
Have they started eating each other yet?
Not that you can see around here.
Okay.
You don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
Burning hands.
Yeah. So burning hands. Okay. So you cast it over there. Mushrooms, they're pretty flammable, and the brain goes up that, and it does seem to destroy most of the tadpoles that are in here that you can see at this moment as well. There's just a big flaming thing, a lot of smoke, so the smoke starts to fill up in the room and leave out the doors, but there's not a lot of ventilation in here. Thankfully it doesn't burn for too long before going out, but doesn't seem to, you've seemed to have stopped that collection of tadpoles are no longer
Good.
Gross.
Good.
functioning.
Well,
That's my last spell slot.
it was well used. With all of the fungus and muck and burning slugs, how's my tracking ability going on right now?
Well, you have a feeling that it's the south door, but there is a lot of current interference with all this heavy smoke and everything. So you can attempt another perception, but at a disadvantage.
12.
Yeah, Thaddeus is to the south, for sure. It's not
need
as
to continue.
it's not as strong as it was because of all the smoke and everything. In the southern door, you can have Terry open that door as well.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
roommates are hard to find.
So you tell Terry, "Hey, I'm gonna open the door." Terry opens the door, and in this room, there are various tools. It looks like some of them would be used for like measuring like things, like measuring body parts maybe. Also there are like tools, and then there are like surgeon's tools in here as well. And on this slab is Thaddeus.
Intact?
No. He appears to be all there, but kind of separated, and there's some like detailed drawings in a book like right below him that look like, and basically it's like schematics for putting him back together.
Do we have a 3PO pack to put him into?
No, but you also don't have a Wookiee to carry him, so you
You
have a Terry.
We
You
have a
have
kid, that's close enough.
You have a Terry to carry him if you'd like.
Flex.
Maybe kicks it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
And you just hear him. You just like his head, the eyes on his head pop open. He goes, "Oh, Bosco, It
Wait,
is good to
who
see
did?
you.
Who's what? Who?
Thaddeus, you're in pieces.
Yes, that is. It's very troubling.
You know how to put yourself back together.
No, I'm not even sure who made me in the first place. So it's kind of
I'm
hard
gonna
to.
mage hand to put his worried face on.
Yeah, you see a pile of those magnetic face plates, and you're like, that one looks worried.
Yeah.
And you pop it on his mouth. Yes, and he has his worried look on his face. Thank you. I was attempting to emote, but not able to.
We need to get you out of here so we can fix you.
As you can tell, I'm still partially functioning, even separated. So, I don't know what that means for us.
It means you'll take up less space in the apartment. Um, um, are all of your parts here?
Because I can't see everything from where I'm at.
Can I mage hand to pick his head up to help him look
Yeah.
around?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you start to move his
It's like
head a
the
little
claw
bit.
comes down and just picks him up.
Yep.
It does a useless grab, then open, but like still picks him up. Like,
Yeah, so you have the thing, and it looks down, and I believe everything is here.
Okay, then do we have some way to like container to carry his pieces in, or can we just carry his parts?
And looking around, you're able to find there's kind of a net. It's almost like a fishing net that you could probably kind of put him in and carry it kind of like a stretcher or something. You could, or, Kixit could try to carry it. He is pretty heavy, fully put together, but I don't think it would be impossible to transport him.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to get him out of here, and we can rebuild him when we have the proper time and parts.
Yep. So you do that, and you put them together, and as you're doing that, there is a door. You've come in. The pool was in front of you. You came through this door. There is another door on the western wall.
The western wall is perfect then.
And you open that door, and you, for the first time, there's a decided difference in temperature. Here, it's cooler.
Good.
And it smells, at least to you, like outside.
why does it feel different here?
Because it's not hot.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yep.
But where can you sense? Are we getting close to the outside?
Yes, I think so.
You smell. Yeah, and this is more of a natural kind of cavern like area, and you're able to go through that, and as you come out and around this area, you see the glowing green light that you saw that was under that one platform before, and you see there is a set of there's a ladder that leads up.
Ladder. Fuck.
Oh yes. You can climb a ladder.
I'll just be behind you, supporting you, so you don't fucking fall.
Kixit, can you go see if that is the way out?
Sure, why not? And I'll go check it out by climbing up to just double
How
check.
tall is the ladder, by the way?
It goes about 10 feet.
Okay.
Cool, I don't
So-
really have to go that far.
As you climb up, the first thing that you see is that you're inside another mausoleum, similar but not the same one that you went down, obviously. But figure from what you can see here that this is the area around the. This has got to be the graveyard that you came in. Just a slightly different area there.
Okay.
Okay, this seems like a safe exit. I think this is the exit, guys. Definitely.
So as you make your way out, you find a way to help Bosco get up. You find a way to get Thaddeus's parts up, and as you step out of this mausoleum, you're greeted by a very perturbed-looking goblin with a shovel in his hand, and it looks like he's just about to smack the first person that come through when he notices it's you guys. Oh. What you doing in there?
Running
Not
for our
much. How are
lives.
you? Oh.
Have you met my friend Terry? He wants to give you a hug.
Yes.
The goblin looks up at Terry. I know him.
Yeah, he's unsanitary. I thought I could help you out since, I accidentally cleaned you.
He goes, so we all look the same?
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
It's
Oh,
not the same elf.
Goblin.
I'm sorry, little
Elf?
gremlin. I thought you were someone else.
He goes, oh, I'm just kidding with you.
Oh, you fucker.
You're so fucked up.
Well, you.
Do you want
did-
Terry to give you a hug? I was trying to help you out, man.
No. It's my job. Allure has gifted me with the job of making sure things like Terry don't leave this place.
Well, we gotta bring him back to,
And
Lego.
Judd.
and when he
Judd.
says that, you see like this aura of radiant energy appear around his shovel.
Bro, take your radiant shovel.
Oh, radiant fucking shovel. God.
Yeah, he's like
Take your bougie shovel.
like step away from him and you will be fine. I will deal with this foul spawn.
He's my friend.
We gotta take him to Lego. Don't be in our way.
You can, radiate him later, man.
Yeah, you can radiate him after we're done with him.
Maybe, Terry. Don't worry, I care about you.
Fine.
He's
Terry.
my familiar now.
He steps back and just go ahead, leave. Now I've got so much more to do. One zombie can be dealt with later.
I bid you good day.
Be careful. Definitely don't go down in the hole.
I would have told you not to go down the hole. This this place used to belong to some pretty bad individuals.
Still does.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody ever asks me though. They just assume you're a goblin, you don't know anything, you're dirty, you need to be cleaned,
I thought you were a gremlin.
you know. No, what?
Wow,
All of
you
that is
first
accurate,
just you
except the
continually
goblin part.
insult him. Like,
Oh.
what is your problem?
First you clean me.
What's the
Then
difference
you-
between goblins and gremlins anyway? Oh wait, one can't eat after midnight. Can you get wet?
You
No, that would clean him.
That's a yeah. It goes first you clean me, then you insult my beliefs, then you rummage around my graveyard.
So wait, can you go out in the rain?
Oh my god.
What does that have to do? Just leave. And
We
he
Have a
points to
good
the gate.
night, Donnie, or whatever your name was.
She
I'm
doesn't
gonna look-
even. You just hear him. She doesn't even know my name.
Bro,
I'm
what
just
the
gonna rush
fuck?
back to Legos.
We're gonna
Um,
be biffles by the end of this campaign. Guarantee it.
So, so you go back through the town, and you still don't see a lot of people because there wasn't a lot of people around. And you make it back to Legos, and you hit that bust, and the room shifts from that center room to the big dining room, and it is at that point in time when you shift to the dining room that you see Lego is fighting himself.
God, I hate when that happens.
Bro,
like
I
me
really
at
just
me.
want to go to bed.
And wait, Lego is fighting himself, and that is where we are going to stop for the night. Because getting, we have like 20 minutes, but getting into the next bit is really going to require more than 20 minutes, and I don't want to break up this conversation, because I think it's got to be put together and fresh, and I feel
No, that's
like
fair.
everybody's kind of getting towards that end anyway, so I think we'll call it here and leave it with you stepping into the dining room and seeing him fighting himself.
Just so you know, we definitely don't know this guy enough to figure out which is the real Lego. It's not like we have any memory. Tell me about the time when we were 5. Not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yep. I know. That's the
Yeah.
point.
Tell us what happened to your bust. Did it what part of chunk came off of it when we last interacted with
Whichever
it?
one can put Stadius back together is the real Lego.
My God.
Just stab them both and see which one actually bleeds and
Oh
which
my
one
God.
just leaks spores.
break
One of them will just leak spores.
break each of their arms to see which one actually has bones.
So
Strategizing.
yeah, that
Yeah.
Lego's a great set of questions to start off next week.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
So why don't you? We always seem to lead with Nick. Why don't we lead with Rozzy tonight? Why don't you say your goodbyes and we'll make our way through.
Cinder Wizard, Twitter, and Instagram. I don't do much, but that's where I live. And this is Miyu. She does not have an Instagram or a Twitter, but
It
she is my
kind of
baby.
surprises me that she does not have her own Instagram.
Well, she doesn't need it. She's too cool.
The world needs
She's a
it though.
hipster. Alright, Kev.
Alright. I can be tracked down at Evil Sales Ass on Twitter or in the Carpe Nerdus Discord. You can also find us back here Sunday and Monday nights for the 2 other games we run. Curse of the Azure Bonds, a little bit of Undermountain action. They're on their way back to the surface in the Undermountain game, and it'll be the second guest appearance of my friend Roy. So
Oi!
that's worth checking in for. He's giving us some excellent Rex the Hammer action. So let's conclude with Nick.
Hi, I am Nick. You can find me at Blue Aura 94 YT on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram without the YT, and also the Carpe Nerdus pages as well. So pretty much, yeah. I don't do too much because I'm busy at work. But when I do, like the most recent one, it's just me being fucking weird, and that's pretty much it. And I'm
That's
gonna
pretty
move.
much your life, though.
I mean, seriously though. But I'm gonna move it over to Zarek.
You can find me at Disposable Idiot on Twitter, and I think Sunday afternoon or possibly Monday, I'm going to open up the tweets for just to answer questions about the setting and about characters and stuff. I'll throw out a couple of things, and if anybody asks any questions, I'll answer. I don't know who will, but I'm sure there'll be somebody out there that'll ask some questions, and fuck you, Nick. Sorry.
Oh, what?
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. No, okay. So yeah, so that's what I'll do. But thanks. I want to thank my players for coming tonight, and I want to thank anybody who's watching tonight. And everybody have a good night.
Have a great night, everyone.